Oh my goodness, you guys. Hey guys, it's Charlotte here, Dragonfly Soul Healing. If you watch my last video, I kid you not, this is now my second time trying to do this. Okay, so, I'm sitting here talking to the camera and my camera shuts off and it wasn't even recording the whole time. So, let's backtrack. Okay, so, welcome to my video, my attempt number 2. I'm pulling from my other tarot deck because my first deck turned into a full-out twin flame reading deck. So I pulled from my other tarot deck here. Oh, what a pain in the butt this is. Now I gotta remember what I was talking about. So, I'm just going to get these cards in order how I got them. Now, we started off with the Five of Wands card here. And, you know, we have this inner conflict, and we have this conflict with others that's been happening a lot over this last little while. And, you know, we're really learning how to balance this dark and light energy, right? So with this energy, we've been really, really battling a lot. And sometimes we need to just remove some of these people. You know, that's been a really strong theme over this last little while, is really removing these people that no longer serve our highest good. Why? Because we're the High Priestess. We are this beautiful, strong, spiritually connected group of people that really need to remove this dark energy from our lives, this fighting, this conflict. You know, if you can remove those people, get rid of these obstacles. You know, we have the Seven of Pentacles here in reverse, and it's kind of showing that you're so focused on the outcome that you're forgetting to see what you're getting out of it. You know, you have one pentacle here. I was talking about it, like the fruits of your labor, right? You're so busy watching this tree grow that you don't see that you actually have some fruit ready, coming off the tree already. And you're ready to move forward, though. You know, you have the Knight of Wands here showing that you're ready to move forward in a new direction. But you got to get rid of this conflict. You got to get rid of the need to have more. You know, we're so conditioned to the material world. And I actually had somebody at work the other day get almost confrontational with me. And you know, I don't get into confrontations. I kind of just let it go. But I was talking about how you don't need money to be happy. You know, like, sure, we need money to survive, but how much do you really need, right? We're so focused on having a nice car, a nice house, a nice this, a nice that. We're trying to keep up with the Joneses. Not everybody, but a huge chunk of us. I am not that way. You know, I drive my old junker truck and I'm in my apartment, but you know what? I do what I can with my son. I make sure he's in hockey. And so my money goes towards different things than others, right? Where I don't focus so much on having a brand new vehicle, because a brand new vehicle takes away from my financial means. Why would I have a payment of $700-800 a month when my son can play hockey? There's not as many inner conflicts because I'm not trying to figure out how to make these payments every month. Now, no, there's no judgments here towards that. I'm just saying that sometimes we get so focused on this material, on that conditioning that we've been forced to believe in. And, you know, when I talked about it with somebody at work the other day, just a customer, oh boy, did he get mad at me. And I just kind of smiled and carried on because I'm moving forward, man. I ain't letting that shit stop me. I don't let that conditioning get in my way. We got to stand in our High Priestess mode. You know what? Don't let others' beliefs, what they believe, what they think, what they feel about life and anything. You know what? If somebody is here with the we're here to work, pay bills, and die mentality, you can't change that. But do you have to be that? No. Come on, guys. We're the High Priestess here. We are so spiritually in tune and connected with ourselves. We don't need others' opinions, okay? Now, I pulled some cards to clarify these cards because like I said, I don't do a whole lot of the tarot. I'm still learning it. But I pulled from the Angel Tarot deck, and the first card I got here was 5 of Air. It says, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. 5 and 5, guys. See this conflict with others, you know, again, like that guy getting mad at me about, you know, believing that I don't need $1 million in the bank account to be happy with life. You know, instead of letting him attack me, I just let it go, man. Why? Because I'm just like, whatever. You know what? We're so conditioned to believe in these things, and sometimes you just have to let it go and just move forward. Because what's the point of being in this? Do you want to be fighting like this all the time? Do you want to be getting these damn cards that say you're making an unwise choice and now you have to pay attention to what other people's motives are? You know what? Some people aren't being good. Some people's intentions and motives aren't good towards you. Sometimes they are only looking out for themselves, and they will take your ass out. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about your feelings. And I don't mean to be harsh, but really, if you feel like somebody's being deceptive towards you, whether it be at work, in a relationship, a friendship, your neighbor, peace out, motherfucker. Get rid of them. You don't need to be in this. You don't need to be stuck in this ego. We got the ego card. A false sense of entrapment. Being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. What did we have earlier? We're so focused on this tree that we don't see that something's already fallen off, that we already have something right in front of us. Okay? We're getting too caught up in the ego. And I know that it's like we have a lot of dark energy. And I mean, if you got people fighting you, your ego wants to stand up and fight back. But you know what? Sometimes it's best to just drop that stick and walk away. You know, sometimes you just need to move forward, right? The Knight of Wands, he wants to just move ahead. He wants to move ahead and get into this High Priestess mode. He wants to be in this good high vibration. I don't want to be fighting. Who wants to be fighting? Aren't we tired of fighting? Haven't we spent so much time trying to figure out who we are, fighting all these battles, fighting all these demons that we needed? We needed this. It's not like this is, you know, just a conflict that, you know, is against us. No, it worked for us. Why? Because it taught us who we are. It taught us to be a high priestess. It taught us to be a spiritual being. You know, these dark times are always for something. They're always for a reason. Now we have the Page of Earth. It says, good news about financial matters. I love that. Okay, sorry. Good news about financial matters. Wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. Yeah, you guys have been so focused on the material that we don't realize, like, again, we have this here. We have some good news coming. Some things are shifting. Now, here's the thing. Because a lot of us it's a financial thing, right? A lot of us. And here's the thing, is what we don't realize is sometimes when we put ourselves in this dark energy, how can you expect anything to come about it? When you're not being your true authentic self, you're putting yourself in a relationship that isn't meant for you. You're forcing yourself into a job that you don't even like. You're just doing it because you need money. You have to have all this money. You want money, 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 money. We're not here to work, pay bills, and die, guys. You're here to be happy. You're here to be the high priestess. You're here for beautiful things. You need to move forward. And sometimes moving forward, the hardest thing, okay, letting go of the ego. And here's a perfect example. I used to work in the oil field. I used to make all kinds of money. Oh boy, did my ego ever get stroked all day long when I had those big fat paychecks. But I also had $1,000 coming out of my bank account for my nice brand new truck. I also had a $1,400 a month rent payment that I was doing. Paying somebody $1,400 a month to live in a house. Why? To fill my fucking ego. Where did it get me? Nowhere. All I did was lived in this mask energy. I didn't see it. All I cared about was the money in my pocket, but yet the divine was guiding me. And you know what ended up happening? This. I had to fight so many demons. I had to fight to save myself. I had to fight. It never ended. And you know what I did? I made a lot of unwise choices. And over this last 5 years, throughout my spiritual journey, I've had to learn to let go of this need to have everything, because I'm going to tell you something. I am 100 times happier now as a high priestess, as a spiritual being, as somebody who doesn't have as much money, who doesn't make $8,000 a month. I mean, sure, it's great to make that kind of money, but you know what? I have more money now in my pocket than I did when I was making $8,000 a month. Does that sound stupid? Of course it does, but my fucking ego was so overwhelmed with the need to have the fancy new pickup truck, the nice house. Heaven forbid if I just went and lived in an apartment. Guess what, guys? I'm in an apartment now. And I own my little SUV that isn't worth anything to anybody, but you know what? It gets me where I need to go. And my ego isn't inflated anymore. I'm not focused on that money. And you know what ends up happening is once you let go of that darkness, everything comes to you. You decide you want something more. And that's what's been going on. We want to move forward. We're done with this dark energy. We're done with this fighting. It's fight. We're over it. I want to move forward. I want to charge ahead into a new area of study. I want to do something more with my life. Look at all this shit around her. This is just divine. This is spiritual. You got the stars, you got the flowers, you got nature, you've got so much coming ahead of you, but you got to get rid of this conflict. The last card I get is too much work. Accept help from others. Life is out of balance. Stress-related health concerns. For goodness sakes, you guys, I don't know what to tell you. We're in this conflict. Too much work. Focused on the money. Again, you see the pot of gold there? And yet you've got so many stakes in the fire, it's not working. I need to pull some more cards. I gotta grab another deck here because I don't know what to say about this at this point. I'm just... Whatever this conflict is, you know, like I said, letting go of this ego is so freaking important right now because we got the ego card, an unwise choice, too much work, the 5 of Wands, the 7 of Coins in reverse. I actually want to read what that means. I have a book here. The 7 of Pentacles. Pentacles, 7. Where are you? 7 of Pentacles reversed. Anxiety about money. And so we have so much stress. Like, okay, guys, I get it. We do need money. And, you know, we do need money to survive. But how much do you need? Do you have to have this pot of gold to be happy? Can you not decide that you can be happy without it? Sure, we need enough to survive. I freaking get it, man. I totally get it. You still got to feed your kid. You still got to pay your rent or your mortgage and everything like that. But at what cost? Okay? Do you want to just stay in this darkness? Don't be so focused on the material that you're literally letting it take away from your spiritual being. Okay? Because you have some good things coming to you. You truly do. You have good things coming to you, but you got to let go of the ego. You're divinely guided. You got your angel back here. But you're not even looking at it. You're so busy looking at what else you can get, even though you got a pocket full of money. And maybe you don't have a pocket full of money, but you're still looking. You're not looking for the divine. You're not looking for the divine guidance right now. And that is literally what the problem is you're too focused on figuring it out. You can't control everything. You don't control what happens. You don't control who comes into your life, how it plays out. You don't control those things. So let go of that need to control it and let the divine help you. Ask for help and then let them help you. because you're trapped, man. I mean, I hate that I'm so focused on this card right now, but what else do I do? When this card comes up with this card, which comes up with this card, which comes up with this card, and this card, and all you want to do is be this. Rejected that. All right. You just want to be this. So let go of all this. Let it go, guys. Let it go. Whatever it is that you're so focused on winning, because this is about winning too. I see that. Like, fuck that. I'm going to win. I don't care if this is a relationship, and relationship's a perfect example, because I know in a past relationship for me, if somebody put conflict in my way, oh bitch, I was winning. I was going to fight to the death until I won, and guess what? I never won. And guess what? If somebody has to win in the relationship, nobody's fucking winning, because there's always a loser. So why do you want to win and defeat somebody else? If you got to fight like this to be in a relationship, to be at a job, to be with friends, get rid of it, guys. Get rid of it. Because you know what it's doing? It's causing you to burn out. You're losing yourself. You are literally losing yourself in this inner conflict. Whether it's an inner conflict, whether it's a conflict in a relationship, I don't care what it is. You guys know what I'm talking about for your life. Let this shit go. You have to let it go. It's breaking my heart that I'm even having to be this harsh, but I mean, look at the cards I got. Mine is the High Priestess and the Knight of Wands trying to move forward, and our Page of Earth here saying like, you know what? You have some good shit coming for you. But you gotta get rid of this. You have to. There's no choice. There's always a fucking choice. But how long do you stay here before you decide you're worth more? Damn it, guys, you're worth more. Okay. I'm going to give you a hard time here. Why? Because sometimes it's necessary. Now we got the Wise Woman of Wonderland. Integrity, compromise, yet she's in reverse. This deck actually comes with where you do it reverse or not. So I'm going to read from the book and see what this says here. I know a whole lot of you probably aren't even watching anymore because you're like, man, she's being mean. Fuck Charlotte today. That's okay. When the Wise Woman of Wonderland appears as a challenger, this is a sign that you may have compromised yourself out of fear. Have you been in denial about the truth of a situation? Have you sold yourself short rather than ask for what you really need? Have you given up your dream for another because of fear of abandonment? The Wise Woman of Wonderland is gently reminding you that you count. You count. Okay? You are a spiritual being, a divine source. You deserve the world. Claim your good and never settle for less. Be fearless and make it so. Why hang around for more disappointment? Literally, what was I saying? Why hang around for more disappointment when wonderful adventures and opportunities are waiting for you to unfold for you? This is what's waiting. But if you don't get out of this, if you don't get away from these people that are trying to destroy you, that's it, guys. You have so much beauty around you, and you can have it. But you can't be stuck in this energy, all challenged up and hanging in the air and fighting with people that don't even matter. People that are literally just a karmic situation to teach you something. If you're not learning and you're just fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, fuck it, guys. I'll tell you something. I did the fighting. I did the fighting for 10 years in a relationship, and then I spent the last 5 years figuring my shit out. Figuring out that, you know what? This is what I want. Fuck this. Fuck it. I just want to rip this card up right now because I'm mad that you guys are all stuck here. I don't want you guys stuck here. I want you guys in a good place. And look at this, the Diamond Dreamer. material wealth, true prosperity. Oh, I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you, when you finally let go of this thing that's holding you back, you get everything you've ever dreamed of. The Diamond Dreamer. The number 6. The number 6 is the Lover's card in traditional tarot. And you know, that's all about love and union and coming together with your soul, with your divine connection. True prosperity comes when you let this go. I'm not kidding, guys. I don't make this shit up. You watched me shuffle most of these cards. A lot of them came out in my last video, but it didn't record. Then we have the resting tree in the challenger position. You see her laying there just done. Okay? Patience, stillness. 22. The resting tree. It's time to rest because there's what? Too much work going on. You need to compromise. You need to let go of some of this stuff. It's literally, like, I love how this is working out. How we have the High Priestess, the Diamond Dreamer, the Page of Earth, the wanting to move forward. I know you've been thinking about it. For months, you've been thinking about this. All this beauty. Thinking, you know what, I feel like I should have been farther ahead in my life. Why am I not farther ahead in my life? I want to move forward. I want to move into this. See this? Oh, I'm trying to watch my camera. It's not working for me. I want to move into this. I want to move away from this. See that? See how the Knight is moving away from this conflict to the High Priestess? Okay, guys? You guys literally can do this, but you have to decide for yourself. Nobody can fight this battle for you. See him? He's all alone here. He's pushing towards this spiritual union. Okay? So know that you guys can have that. The beauty can come, but you got to get rid of all of this garbage energy. Blah. We don't want this anymore. We can't have this anymore. You can't have this conflict. This is where it's at, guys. That's where I'm going to leave it. This is where it's at. You can have true prosperity, material wealth, new beginnings, new areas of study. Everything you've ever wanted and dreamed of literally can be yours. If only you choose to be the High Priestess. Okay, guys? I know I was harsh today, and I love you all for sticking around. Whoever watched this whole video, I fucking love you. I love you for taking this constructive criticism, because you all know that I am not about hate. I am not about pointing. I'm not pointing the finger. This isn't me pointing the finger at you guys for being in this conflict. This is me praying that this guidance is enough to push you forward and get you out of this darkness, because you deserve the best. Every single one of you deserves the best. So decide that you're worth it and push for it, because at the end of the day, you're going to fucking love yourself for it. And if you don't, you're going to regret it, right? Anyways, I love you guys. I will chat with you soon. Take care.